everybody, and welcome to the Goliath Games Spring Showcase. I am joined here by, of course, Abie, my wonderful co-host, and Mary Higbe, the director of marketing for Goliath. Hello,
Hey,
how are you doing today?
Hey, thanks.
It is a day, and
right?
oh yeah,
Good
we had
afternoon.
good afternoon, all that stuff. And hello, chat. I hope you are all excited about like all the various games that we're going to be talking about right now. I'm going to go ahead and kick it off with the okay. So one, let me pitch this to you. Have you ever been really into like CSI and crime mystery dramas and just wanting to figure out who really is responsible for the death of this person? Well, hey, do I have a game for you? It's called The Unsolved Case Files of Jamie Banks. So I'll go ahead and run this story really quick. On November 20th, 1992, in a little quiet town of Veronica, Massachusetts, was rocked by an apparent suicide of a local 18-year-old student. The police ruled the death as a suicide, but she was murdered, in fact. And it's up to you as the players to find out who's the suspect. Was she alone? Was she by herself when this happened? Or is there more foul members afoot into this game? So yeah, if that sounds intriguing to you, I mean, here, Abie, what was your initial thoughts when you opened up the packaging and stuff like that?
Oh my God. I literally had a coronary because I love detective games. I watch NCIS and I'm like, anytime I'm with my boyfriend and we watch the show, we're like, follow the money. Follow the money. And you always know who it is. It's just like, why did it take you a whole hour just to figure out it's literally the person that you brought in the first time around, you know? So getting a chance to I knew that we'd love this game, like just by looking at the box. First of all, I love the game at least just by looking at the box. My partner was a little, but we opened it up and like, can I show you what it looks like? Because okay.
Yeah.
So we opened it up and I mean, our cat tried to eat it too, but that's what cats
strong
do.
endorsement.
Yeah, just strong. Cats need to solve mysteries.
So here's the game, and it comes in this really cool box that, especially with the picture of the victim on front. But when you open up the game, I wish I could say the things that I really want to say because that it would be rated R. This stream would be, but it comes in a bloody evidence bag. Like, how can you not be excited about this? And then we opened it beforehand, obviously, but you can look at once you open up the bag and you dig deep inside, you literally get this super cool evidence folder, and obviously, being someone who loves seeing things like this on television, it's literally chopped full with evidence. First of all, witness reports. Like, there are witness reports in here. Like, are you kidding me? There's an actual report. Now, that's the one thing every police or detective hates is writing up reports. So I'm glad that they already wrote the report for you. You don't have to do it. But I mean, literally all you have to do is you're going through the report. You're watching some of the photos that they have in here, and every single time you solve a portion, you get to open an envelope.
Yeah.
Right. And that leads you on to your next bit of clues, which, gets you to open the next envelope, and so on and so forth. And so I thought this game was it was so much fun. Like, there's a coroner's report.
Oh yeah, no, it's all the level of detail to this game is just like bringing you in.
It's insane.
So my question for you, Mary, was it part of the designer's plan to make us all like look like we're the crazy person in like conspiracy theory? Like, no, look, see, like this statement is very suspect. You know what, the timing of when this person's supposed to be there,
Oh my gosh, no, because you'll go through this game and you'll feel like you're going down the weirdest rabbit hole. If there's a newspaper clipping and you read the article about it, but then you're like, wait, Is there something on the back of this? Is there an advertisement for a local business that leads me in a different direction? And, one of the things that I love about Unsolved Case Files is it's great to do with a couple people or with a group, but it's also one that you can do by yourself, which, for the past year, a lot of us have had a fair amount of alone time or time with our families. And perhaps you just need to steal off to a different room and solve a case by yourself. So do your crime fighting. Your family has to respect that time. But no, you can definitely, it's one that can take, I love the gratification of figure out that one little tiny clue that leads you in the right direction.
Oh yeah, no, that is the instant gratification. And also, like, it's just, yeah, like flipping up the paper. It's just the level of detail to this game is so so intricate, and so like it draws you in more and more. My question then for that is, you have a few other Unsolved Case Files right now.
We do.
Can we expect all of them to play like this? Are the designs pretty similar to this, or is this more of like a new innovation?
In terms of like the material that you can expect to find in there, every story is different. And every objective is different. So in one, you may have to exonerate somebody who has been wrongfully imprisoned. In another, you may have to track down an honest to goodness cold case where no one was ever held responsible for the crime.
Yeah.
So it's not just, it's not formulaic. It's, no disrespect to NCIS or anything like that, but it's not, it's not just a plug and play. Every story is different.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a question from chat about this. Is this game a one and done game, or is there replayability to it?
So this particular game, Unsolved Case Files, is a one and done, but what we've seen is people with their friend groups will have different editions circulating around. So one person may purchase the game, but then it gets played 5, 10, 15 times. I've even seen them circulating in like local marketplace online listings where they get passed around, maybe for free, maybe you make a few bucks back on them. But it's a great one to share with your friends. That's what we do. And obviously, yes, I have an in with the company. But once we've solved them at our house, we pass them on to another household.
Mm-hmm. Oh, very, very cool. So yeah, no, that's just like a very like exciting thing. And this game is for 1 or 4 more players, and ages group 14 and up, because of the of course the contents that are in there. You are exploring the death of with these realistic themes. Abie, do you have any final thoughts with this Unsolved Case Files of Jamie Banks?
Yeah, honestly, like I said, this is one of my favorite games to play, mainly because when I watch shows like NCIS or Law and Order or anything like that, you do your best, right, to like figure out who the perp was. So this will literally put you to the test. You have to make sure that you're paying attention to detail. You're looking at every single little thing, because there could just be one thing that's in there that'll literally point you to the person. And each case does something different, right? Like the first part of this, we just have to figure out if there was somebody in the room with her, So when you're playing games like this, because I know most of the world are detectives themselves and they think that they're better than the actors on the television show, this literally gives you a chance to put that theory to the test. And that's one of the things that I love about it the most.
Yeah, very, very cool. But we're not just talking about this one game. We have a whole slew of games. And the next game that I'm going to be talking about is Dawn Under. It is a frightfully fun and delightful memory game for the whole family. Basically, you pick a grave. Honestly, here, I'm going to tell you the one real thing. If you have kids, right? You have kids, this is for ages 6 and up. the packaging and the board that goes with this, because it is a vampire mystery game. You are putting in vampires in these graves, and then you can sabotage other people from trying to match their vampires so they can be nicely put into their graves, so they can have a nicely. You have to, like, for somebody who has worked with kids and has worked with children before, this stuff is like nice quality. All right, this is thick. It's not going anywhere. And so that look at how thick this board is. So Dawn Under is the game. And so the whole idea is that you are trying to match these graves with the vampires of specific different colors. And it's a very unique typical memory game, and I know it says 6 for ages 6 up. I'm gonna tell you right now, we had 2 people who were like 30 years old and plus playing this game, and I was raging real hard because I realized, I was like, wait, did I put garlic in there? Did I already put a vampire in there? What the heck? And it really does ramp up, and it is a very nice, challenging game, very engaging, you know? So, I mean, Abie, do you have any other other comments about this Dawn Under game?
Yeah, so when me and my partner were playing this, we didn't realize how big the board game was.
It's huge.
Like, do you see this? It is absolutely massive. So you have to make sure that you have a big enough space, first of all, to lay this thing out. And I love that it's very compact too, right? Like you don't think it's that big until you take it apart and you're just like, holy crap, this is going to be fun. I have major, memory issues, and what Banzai pointed out is absolutely right. Like, that's what makes the game more fun. and literally lasts longer. But when we took this game out and we saw how many pieces there were, especially like having a cat who likes to eat, like play with everything and eat everything. I think that was just one of the things that we were a little bit worried about, like trying to make sure that all of the pieces didn't disappear after we put them back away. But it was hard. it was definitely hard trying to, figure out where we put the garlic, and then the whole next level with the little interlude with the rats too.
Oh yeah, the rats.
Just like, no, like, just give me peace and let me just try to match up my vampires, please. Why do you have to throw in rats too? Like, and for someone who's deathly afraid of rats, that was just wrong of you. That was so wrong.
I'm so sorry.
Clowns and rats.
I have a question for the designers. I will say, did you purposely make it so it would I can see this, even with my game session, and seeing this, like, just putting spite in things that you do, because one of the mechanics is that if you happen to get too many spikes or stakes, the other player has to slide their tokens to you, and there's that action of just them, you got so many, here's more of my vampires, and you're just like, I see how this is. You chose violence today, and I am down for it. Was that on purpose for that?
Anytime that we can throw in like a little extra kind of, you feel like you're doing really well in a game, but then just one little step and all of a sudden the world is colluding against you and everyone is out to get you. Yes, we live for that.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, no, that was fun. And this is just a very nice, and like I said, heavy duty board, and it's for 2 to 6 players, right? Yes. Let's see. So it is a very unique twist. Like, I will say, like, it's a very unique twist to memory games, because you're used to, putting the 54 deck card down and flipping it and seeing who goes to what. So I mean, what was the brainstorming strategy of like vampires, graves, rats, and go?
With so many games, it can be a challenge to find something that the whole family likes to play together.
Yeah.
So if you have an 8-year-old, a 14-year-old, a couple of parents, a grandparent, all together, finding something that, you know, the 8-year-old can conceptually understand and follow along with, and in some cases understand better than their parents. You know, we always like to seek out ways to do that. And Dawn Under, I feel, is unique because even though it is ages 6 and up, Banzai, as you mentioned, you know, a few 30-somethings playing together can have a blast with it. There's just enough subversiveness, I feel, in this one where you're not just playing to help yourself, but you're also playing to kind of take something away from other players, make it more difficult for them. And this is kind of a new venture for Goliath, where we haven't done a whole lot of strategy games in, we don't have a whole lot in our portfolio. So this is kind of us coming in with a strategy light
Okay.
area.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I totally understand this. But yeah, this is a very good formula. And I could see many of people getting into it, you know. And for those who are wondering, it is the market price for this is $25, and it's available on Amazon, Target, and Walmart. So if you have a game that you just probably want to play with your friends, and you happen to really like memory games and or vampires, because it's a very colorful like vampire game. So if you guys want to go ahead and find it out, it is Dawn Under, fretfully and deadly, delightfully dreadly memory game.
Yeah,
So,
and or if you like rats.
or if you like rats, also, yes, rats, plague rats, all the rats.
All rats.
You saw my face, right?
Yeah.
No rats for me. No, it was actually cool. I mean, like I said, I loved how you guys threw that little, you know, like when you have those quests and then you throw like a side quest in there, and you're just like, I'm never getting this done. You know, that was really cool.
I'm not a big rat fan either, but I do think the rat art is pretty attractive.
Oh, it's super cute.
cute.
It's super cute. Yeah.
I love it. I do love it. Okay, well, I got a chance to play this really, really cute game. I am absolutely in love with mythical creatures like unicorns and werewolves and the Loch Ness Monster. And this game, which is called Finding Nessie, is probably one of the cutest games I've ever gotten to play, ever. Seriously. It's the board isn't that big, which is one of the things that I liked, because what we did was we actually played with the board inside the box, just so all of the pieces, you know, didn't go anywhere. Once again, crazy cat. So this one, it was actually really simple to like figure out. It was just so many, like popping out so many pieces in the board and everything. It was just so crazy. But you get these cute tokens, right? And these are your divers. So the whole point of the game is you're literally putting your diving skills to the test, right? As you explore the Lake of Nessie. Now, on your turn, you'll get a chance to peek through the waters, but things aren't always what they seem. Well, that could have been a tail, or could have been a rock, or just a trick of the eyes. So, the one thing that I love is that you can find like lucky fish in here, and if you find a lucky fish, that actually gives you an extra turn. So the whole point of it is to be the first to piece together with this cute little camera that they give you in the game.
It's such a cute game.
You have to piece together the entire Loch Ness Monster that you find inside the game. So the cool thing is it is a 3D puzzle game, kind of 3D. It's definitely easy to learn, and you can play this with ages 4 and up, which is super cool, because I really think that like this would be a game with the family and quite younger children, and it can be very competitive, as we talked about earlier. So I had so much fun playing this. Honestly, like the cool thing is like these are like some of the pieces that you can find underneath the cute little lily diving board things that are in here. And I really had so much fun playing this, Mary, honestly.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Oh yeah.
Banzai, did you have any thoughts that you thought like with the playability of the game?
Oh yeah, no, I agree with like everything you said. The game is super cute. Everything is put so well together, and like it does. I also did it so I like fit it inside the box, and I was like everything is prepared, so keep it in the box so it's in there. I also like I could tell you if this was given to my younger self, I would have just been all over this game.
Yeah.
This would have been the game I would bring out, be like, all right, we're finding Nessie. You don't get a choice. Throw Monopoly off the table. This is the game I'm gonna play because as this childhood self, like yeah, I love mythical creatures and
Yeah.
crypto things. My question is for like, is there any plans for more? Because there's like a lot of hidden things that you could find, and I can see this being a whole branch of games and maybe introducing like harder and harder like things and new game mechanics into it.
Yeah,
So I
definitely.
mean, being from the Pacific Northwest, I mean, it would be nice to see a Finding Sasquatch just hint cough cough.
Sasquatch. Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean that's definitely something I'm going to relay to our R&D team, because I think you could come up with, not only like a regional specific game that, for the Pacific Northwest, yeah,
Mhm.
Sasquatch. For Texas, La Llorona, which we spoke about before the stream, and I'm still just a little bit tense about it. But it's fine. It's fine. I don't need that much therapy to get over it.
I do.
You and I can set up our own session to walk through all of it. La Llorona and the rats.
Yes.
But no, I love the idea of not only making something that might be region specific, but to encourage, education about all of these cool mythical or not, depending upon your school of belief, creatures that exist among us or don't, again, depending upon your school of belief. But where you could also have variations in the level of difficulty.
Yeah.
I think that could be a lot of fun. And, so much of the time, so many games or variations on existing games that we do come from our fans saying, hey, have you thought about this? So honestly, this is hugely valuable to me.
Yeah. I mean, I like the fact that it is a fun game that adults can play, and it's like, once again, like whole competitiveness that adults can play. But it can be an entire family game, right? Like you can have the entire family play this. So I just think that is amazingly cool, and it is such a cute game. So if you get a chance, please make sure you go out and get Finding Nessie. This is another one that you can get on Amazon or at Target and Walmart. So the next game that we're going to go into Rule the Realm. Now, I had some issues with this game. And I think it mainly came from trying to figure out what was explorable, right? Like exploring your territory, or let's see here. It was either exploring your territory or occupying it, and closing the territory, right? So we got a chance to play with this yesterday, and I love the board of this because you can pick different boards, and this is the base. And then you get like multiple boards that you can put on that base, and and then we got to play with rubber bands. So Rule the Realm is an innovative gameplay that meets unique components in this family strategy game. You get to gather resource cards, use them to claim your territories, and collect the treasures within. You're conquering territories by whaling them off with your colorful rubber bands on a special 3D game board, which is this, and I will actually show you what one of the game boards looks like, and it's really, really cool.
I gotcha.
I would show you, but they're green and it would disappear.
Thank you, Mary.
Yeah, you bet.
So the player with the most victory points at the end of the gameplay is the winner, right? So you're capturing territories on the board, and you earn 1 victory point for each treasure that you collect. The player with the most victory points, again, at the end wins. And the one thing that I love about this is it develops STEM skills like strategy and critical thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
Yeah.
It also works on fine motor as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Your fine motor skills, your strategy. Again, playing into strategy light. Something I love about this game is, we're all kind of strapped for space and storage.
Yeah.
And if you were to buy a game with a game board that is as cool and as intricate as this, you'd be like, oh, okay, so that's the only game board. Not so fast, my friends. You have multiple double-sided game boards in here. And in the upper left-hand corner of each game board, it will give you a level of difficulty and how many players each one can accommodate.
Yeah.
And the shapes that you can use to capture your territories and your gems.
Yeah. So I honestly thought that was really cool. We kind of hurt ourselves a couple of times playing with the rubber bands.
Yeah.
But that's just us. We're big kids. But I'll show what the rubber bands look like too, because they were pretty cool. So you get pretty much a whole bag of these, and the whole premises is to run out of these, right? To run out of rubber bands. So I thought that was pretty fun. Honestly, like I said, we just kept snapping ourselves and like using the rubber bands to pop each other. but it was definitely a fun game, and I absolutely enjoyed playing this with my partner, just because of the critical thinking that's involved in it too. I mean, we're both military or prior military, so it was kind of fun trying to try to steal each other's enclosed areas as much as possible. There goes that competitiveness again.
Gotta get it.
I think Mary's trying to get me dumped right now at this point.
No, I would never. I did not just go to orderawrat.com and have one.
Everything is now rubber band rat themed. And memory at the same time.
No, Mary literally became my favorite person with some of the gameplays that we've gotten a chance to play. Like, all of them tick all of my boxes, especially when you get games that make you think. Because like you said earlier, we've all been sitting around not really doing much, right? So this is the time to be able to hone your the brain cells and everything, because eventually they get stagnant, especially when you've been sitting around not really doing much. So I'm definitely appreciative of some of these games, especially Room the Realm. Like, I'm glad it had that difficulty, and it was our fault because we chose the most difficult one, so that's something that we have to suffer through. But like I said, we had so much fun, and I can't wait to play this with more people when we're allowed to.
I know, it's hard.
It definitely is. So once again, Rule the Realm. If you want to buy this, you can once again also pick this up on Amazon, or go to Target with your masks on, or Walmart.
We do have a question from chat though, before anything else. They're asking because they're trying to see chat basically loves the idea, wants to get more information on it, but they say that they can't see it on Goliath's website and or the BBG games or BGG. Sorry, I get this confused. Games. Is there any other areas that they could try seeing more information on?
Yes. So this is one that we are just rolling out this week.
Oh, new release.
Yes. And we are doing a website update also, because we don't make anything easy or plan anything out to all just go really well. So we will have more info on Rule the Realm at goliathgames.us this week.
Nice.
So
Oh,
thank you
that's
for your
awesome.
patience, and I am kind of hiding my head in shame that we didn't.
No. This is just the world exclusive. All right. We here at Spring Showcase is just getting the Rule of Realm world exclusive.
Yes.
So there you go. It's so new. That's why you have to watch these Spring Showcase, because you never know what you're gonna see.
Yeah.
This is our red carpet moment.
Oh.
We got dressed up for this.
I hope you all are wearing your best evening gowns and ready to play these games. This gives you an excuse to dress up.
It does. Some sequins and happy colors and play board games.
Feather boas. Yes.
Ooh, yes.
Fedoras.
Any capacity.
Right. So our last game that we are going to be talking about today is called Escape from the Iron Gate. Now, I wanted to play this game first just to get the excitement up, because it has been such a long time that we've gotten to play board games. I mean, just from my personal experience, we've moved around so much, so we haven't really gotten a chance to offload some of the other ones that I had. So, getting the opportunity to do this, thank you, Mary. Thank you so much. So I don't know if anyone has ever heard of the show Prison Break. I watched it when it first came out. I am not dating myself, so don't try to guess. But Wentworth, the main actor on the show, one of my favorite actors. When I saw him, I was just like, I love this show so much. So the fact that they made a board game based off of the show, holy crap, this is amazing. If you open this game, if you can imagine a 2D version of a prison yard, I get so
all I
giddy.
ever wanted him like.
I get so giddy with this game just because, me and my partner are ridiculous and we won't tell you what we did, but, especially when we're picking our figures and everything. But the layout of this game is so cool. So you have, your starting area where you put your cards. You have the yard, right, where everyone's working out and doing their thing. And then you have your cafeteria area, your commissary, orange is the new black, and then you have your warden's office, right? So you and your friends have wrongfully been accused of a crime, and you don't belong behind bars, right? Story of my life.
I feel like there's a lot to delve into there.
Let's unpackage this.
I was like, we're playing this game. Like, I was like, oh my God, this feels like a therapy session. Like, what is happening? So you've made your case to the judge, right? And the judge doesn't believe you. You've made that case to the warden, and the warden is like, get the hell out of here. No one's buying it, right? So it looks like your only path to freedom is a good old-fashioned prison break. Escape from the Iron Gate, Great Prison, by moving through each of the 4 areas on the board, earning items, rare or common, along the puzzle so you get to roll these dice, and the dice are based off of the cards that are in there, right? So there's either P or for puzzle, A for action card, and that's it. And there's intricacies that are involved in that too. But you earn items on your way by completing puzzles, drawing, acting, and trading, and the player that passes through the final gate first wins. Now you have to realize that the good news is you can get out, right? The bad news is if it's you and a bunch of friends, there's only one person that's allowed to get out. So this can't be a, hey, come along with me. This is every person for themselves. So it's a lot of fun, ages 13 and up. Make sure that you got to make sure that you're only thinking about yourself for this game. That's about it.
Yeah.
I love that
Cutthroat.
these right. I love that these cards have little toilet paper rolls on them, so you can exchange toilet paper for a rope.
That was really, toilet paper was the thing,
Right.
just a year ago.
Thank you, pandemic. And what was the one thing that the cake. The cake with the file in it. Like, and you can eat it too. I love it. It's so cute. It's very cheeky, if I can say, because I grew up in England, so I'm allowed to say this word. The game is very cheeky, very, very cheeky. Banzai, did you have any thoughts when you got a chance to play this game?
Oh yeah, no, the thoughts is plot against everyone. I felt like I went through prisoner mentality. I'm like, all right, can I trust this? Do you have cake? I can't trade cake. You can't trade cake. That's the one big thing. Cake is only to you. It is not a lie though. The cake is not a lie, but it's only for you. And it is something like, all right, I'm like, all right, I got a toothbrush. But if I have an extra toothbrush, but if I give this toothbrush to you, are you gonna get out to the next part of the gate? And then just watching them go out, I'm just like, I shouldn't have gave you that gosh darn bar of soap. So like it's very like nice, clean, but I could definitely like just playing it was just like,
yeah.
I need more negotiation with that. I need at least 3 more of those in order, because I feel like you just need that one thing to get out of here. And I'm just like, then also one of the other mechanics is that you can, like, depending on the area you're at, you can just automatically trade 3 for 1. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, common items for the rare items. And Mary, I love the fact that you have tunnels in there for people to dig through. Cause I was like, not everything is going to be an open door that you can walk through. No. Right. Like, you have to make sure you dig a hole behind the toilet. Right. So nobody sees it. So you can open the toilet and just keep digging your hole just to get to the other side.
It's done. We want that level of authenticity.
Yeah. I loved it. I was just so appreciative of the game.
I'm glad. And, I love that, like Banzai was saying that, you have to trade items to get ahead, to reach your goal. But if you trade for something that you need, did somebody else get something that helps them break out? And so having that, is this a good move? I don't know. But, prison mentality, I guess. It changes you, man.
You have to really think like a prisoner.
It really is. I mean, so for like for the like a background design question, was there like, did the designers like actually like try to like watch these like, prison shows, actually like talk to people or anything like that? Was there actually that like level? Because it does seem like pretty like, what's in there kind of thing.
Like, how long did they watch Prison Break for, honestly, in order to get the mentality of this game?
We made the design team rob a bank and go to prison.
Sorry, I'm literally watching these men jump out of this van, go into a bank, and like literally stay in the front and say, "Arrest me." And the cops are like, "What are you doing?"
I have to do this for my work. My work told me I got comped for this time off, please.
Method acting.
How much do you care about your job? This much? I didn't think so. So honestly, this is one that we have from an outside inventor. So I cannot speak to whether or not the outside inventor went deep
to prison.
But I mean, that's a good question, because we do work, we have an in-house development team, but we also want to work with inventors, because you never know, there can be fantastic ideas out there. And we may think that we have the absolute perfect thing, but then somebody who had their own idea and just doesn't know how to get it to market comes to us and is like, hey, what do you guys think about this? And we'll do internal play testing and kind of goof around with it. Like, hey, is this something we could make work? Is this something that would sell at mass retail? If we changed this meeple from pink to lavender, is that all it would take. So yeah, I'm glad you opened up the question about inventors and outside designers, because yeah, we are open.
Yeah, for the inventor out there, thank you. Seriously, thank you.
You are welcome.
I think the only thing that I wanted to see cards that had like basketballs and weightlifting, you know, or like a a little gym, like a P90X in there or something like
Yeah,
that.
maybe a barbell.
Right when you go to the prison yard, just something to make it a little bit, or like a cigarette.
Yeah, some slippers made out of paper towels.
Right. I mean, you have stakes in the vampire game, so I thought a shiv was going to be in there somewhere. But I mean,
I think we all know shivs are make your own. You don't just get handed one when you go in.
Can you imagine more ways to sabotage your fellow prisoners, though? Like ratting them out. I got the rat out card. You get.
Yes! Make friends with the warden card.
I like that one.
Sorry, that was so bad. I literally just thought of another one, but I'm like, I shouldn't say it because it has to do with the police. The correction guards, right?
Go on.
Well, you can get a card with a correction guard that has a stick, and it's like, you have been brought back to your jail cell because the correction guard beat you or something like that.
Oh my god!
Just to make it authentic. That's all.
So keep in mind, this is for ages 13 and up.
Yeah. So maybe not. Maybe not the shit.
Gotta learn sometime. The world is a cruel place.
But yeah, no, that was it was definitely a really fun game to play. I liked the puzzle cards where the cool thing in here is it actually gives you like a cipher, or not a cipher, but something that lets you read what the puzzle is. Like the red, so you have to read so you get this red little visor thing. I'm trying to see if I can
a decoder bar, like the secret, like the stuff you used to get in cereal boxes. When they used to give you cool stuff in cereal boxes.
Cute little decoder cards. And so for the puzzle cards, you have to make sure it only shows the one side, and it'll tell you that there's a cipher on there. So you have this really cool puzzle on a card. And I'm not going to tell you what the ciphers are, but they are on there on the board. And you figure out what based on the symbols that are on the card, what the puzzle is, or what it's actually spelling out. And when we figured out how to do it, it actually got to be a little bit easier for all the puzzle cards. So I just want to thank you again, Mary, for joining us. Banzai, this was so great. I had so much fun spending this hour with you both, because you made my day playing all of these different games. It was such a great time. That is it for our discussion on the games that you heard from us today: Finding Nessie, Dawn Under, Rule the Realm, The Escape from the Iron Gate, and Unsolved Case Files of Jamie Banks. We are so appreciative of you watching. Please make sure you stay tuned for all of the other spring showcase. There's more games that are out there, so please hang out. Make sure you stick around for the game of Monstrosity, hosted by Game Freak Geek Girl. And more information on the Gen Con Spring Showcase 2021 can be found on our website at GenConSpringShowcase.com. And you can join the conversation with our fellow Gen Con fans on our Discord. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Thank you again for joining us. Have an amazing day. And we'll see you again soon.
Au revoir.